Good evening. Hello. Lovely to see you. My name is Laura Evans and I'm the founder and lead trainer here at Unleash Your Potential. Yeah, Christmas is on the way. I had my little pom-poms on and my glasses for a Zoom call with some of my mastermind members earlier today. And I thought, do you know what? What the heck? I'm going to wear them on the live tonight as well. So with Christmas less than a week away. Apologies, I know I said in December I was going to do a live every day, and unfortunately the lurgy got me, and other things are going on. So anyway, I've done as many as I can, and I'm back tonight. So if you're watching live, say hello and let me know. Hope you like the glasses. I couldn't resist. What can I say? Anyway, although the guys on the call this morning said to me, Laura, you've got to take them off. We can't take you seriously with all the bling. Anyway, but good evening and happy Christmas to you. It's not going to be long before it's here. Anyway, we've got to take the glasses off. Just keep the ears on. Now tonight's live is going to be a relatively short one, but it's an important one. So with Christmas only a few days away, and everybody potentially logging out of work tomorrow, the chances are over the next week, you are going to come up against people that you find difficult. Now that might be members of your family on Christmas Day. It might be other people that you come into over the festive period as you're going to maybe see friends and exchanging cards and catching up. So the chances are at some point in the next week, I'm going to hazard a guess that you're going to come up against someone that you think is difficult. Now let's imagine for a moment that maybe it's a relative, and maybe it is someone that you are going to be spending time with, let's say Christmas Day or Boxing Day. Maybe they're coming to your house or you're going to their house, and there isn't necessarily an easy way of saying no. That would be my first port of call. You know, you've got to protect your own mental health during the festive period, and although I'm here tonight with my ears on, which say Merry Christmas in case you can't see, and I've got my Rudolph on, which you may or may not be able to see, and although it's a festive season and it's a season of goodwill and joy and things like that, I'm a great believer that you have to put your mental health first, and if it's possible, to not spend time with people that are going to wind you up, that are going to drain you, exhaust you. They make the choice not to spend time with them. However, if that's not an option, because they're family and because you're going to come into contact with them, what do you do? Now, I'm a great believer in having a plan. If you know you're going to come into contact with these people, maybe you're going to spend the whole day with them, and you know they're going to wind you up. You've made that decision already, which is not a helpful decision, I have to say, but that's for a whole other live. But let's just assume for now you've made the decision. They're going to be difficult. This is going to be a challenging interaction. Actually, I'd quite rather be on my own than spend time with them. What are you going to do? Well, you need a strategy, okay? And now in NLP, we talk about strategies a lot. The neuroscientists tell us that we run 10 to 20,000 strategies every single day, most of which are unconscious. So these are automatic processes that run at the unconscious level, which you're not going to be aware of. And there'll be a strategy that runs with this person that you struggle with. I'm not tonight in the live going to help you change the strategy, because that's far too much to do in a live. I need to see you and do some one-to-one work with you if that's what you want. What I'm going to do is help you develop a strategy or a way of being that's going to help you in the moment, to help you manage it. Now, I know there are all sorts of strategies that you can use. Now, even if you're stuck in the house together, one of the strategies which you could deploy if this person is really getting to you and really winding you up is actually make the decision to go into a different room. So you might have a family whereby everybody hangs out in the lounge, maybe talk the Queen's speech, or hang out together. Well, actually, do you know what? You don't have to do that. You could choose to do something different. So you could choose to maybe go back in the dining room and take a couple of kids and play a game, or spend some time with people that are there that you want to, maybe doing a puzzle or a jigsaw or something like that. But if you are stuck in the house, you can't get out the house, then I would certainly recommend that you think through now, what is your strategy going to be? What is your get out going to be? Are you going to go in a different room? Are you going to do something different? Are you going to take a book and just sit and read quietly? There are all sorts of things that you can do, but you need to be thinking about those now so that you have your plans in place. Now, that's if you can't get out of the house. Now, if the person is in your house and you can't get away, of course, if you're in someone else's house, you could make a polite excuse about having to get home. I have Rosie the dog, as you know, so that could be a really good excuse to say, actually, I'm really sorry, I really need to go now because I've got to go home to walk the dog or feed the dog or some other excuse. So you could use an excuse to get out of the house. If I have her with me, another excuse or another way of getting away from that situation might be to actually take the dog out. I absolutely adore walking my Rosie dog, and if I'm very stressed, the one thing I want to do is get outdoors and go walking, and I take her with me. So that could be another strategy that you have if you have a dog, or you can get hold of a dog. Another strategy on a day when you're potentially going to be around someone that you think is difficult or you're going to find challenging. Another thing is to make an excuse to say, actually, I've got to pop out for half an hour, take the dog out, and then go. And actually the process of walking de-stresses us anyway. Being outdoors in the natural environment de-stresses us, and so there are actually, if you stop to think about it, there are all sorts of strategies which you could use in the scenario. Now, if we were doing this on a practitioner course, or if we were doing one-to-one coaching work, then obviously I'd look to help you change the strategy and the thinking processes that you have around that person, because the only person you're winding up when you're with that person is you, because they're kind of oblivious to it. So in a coaching kind of context, we'd look to do that. But tonight, I'm not going to do that. But what I can do is encourage you to think through, what is your strategy going to be to deal with these difficult people? So people that wind you up, that you don't want to spend time with, and how can you do that? So my advice to you is plan now. Don't leave it until Christmas Day when you're with them and they're winding you up and you're like, oh my God, get me out of here. Don't wait until then to think about, how am I going to do this? Think now, what plans could you put in place? What excuses could there be that might mean that you get a bit of distance from you and them, and if you can get yourself out into the open environment, then that's even better. So plan ahead is my top tip for helping you get through Christmas in a much less stressed way, or stressless, or reduced stress. I'm not quite sure what the phrase is, but to help you get through Christmas in a really good way. But you have to look after your mental health, and if there's somebody that's going to be around you at Christmas that's going to wind you up, cause you stress, then start putting plans in place now to make sure that you've got some plans and some strategies that you can use on the day to help you. So that's my top tip. I hope you're all feeling festive and in the Christmas mood. I have these on tonight. I will put my glasses back on. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a live and have my glasses on the whole time. But anyway, wishing you a very happy Christmas. I will try and do a couple more lives before Christmas Day. But that's my top tips tonight for dealing with people that you find difficult. Put some strategies in place and plan now. So there you go, folks. I hope that's useful, and I look forward to catching you again very soon. Goodbye.